Well, welcome back to another video. As I said, I was going to elaborate more on my plants that I brought over, and this happens to be the Florida Beauty. There's a Florida Green, a Florida Ghost, a Florida Beauty, and then there's a mint one, and there's debate on the mint one. I don't care about it, to be honest with you. You could probably pass this as a mint. So, long story short, I think it does exist. Of course, I said I wasn't going to debate about it, but here I go. Long story short, I think the mint is a sport, and someone has consistently produced that mint form. So it does exist, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not. I bought this so I've had the Florida Ghost. I bought the Florida Ghost and I bought this Beauty at the same time, and the Ghost didn't survive because the Ghost was a white leaf, and the node was not rooted when I bought it. None of these were rooted when I bought it. This one rooted and thrived, whereas the Ghost just died. So I would not recommend buying a Florida Ghost without being rooted, especially if the leaf was white. I wasn't, I didn't know at the time, so I've learned not to do that. If you're buying anything that's variegated and it has 90% white, and it's not the leaf is 90% white, you have 10% chance of survival, or it to kind of root and grow. So keep that in mind. You want your leaf to be green as much, or variegated, but more green, so it can take the energy in and root. Getting back to this Florida Beauty, I took a chance on it. You could see the leaf that I bought had no variegation. I saw the mother, this person that I bought it from, chopped her mother plant, and she sold each leaf cutting for up to 160, from highly variegated for 160 to minimal or somewhat, and to minimal, and to non-existing. She was asking for 100 for this, and then I offered her 80 bucks, and she took my $80. So with that said, I took a risk, and when I bought this, Florida Beauty was super popular. You're looking at a mature plant with 6-8 leaves of variegation. You're looking at pretty much $100 a node at mother plants. So when people chop them, they get more money. Again, ranging from anywhere from $50 to $150 now. You can still, the price has still stayed consistent. And that brings to mind, like if I were to invest in a plant today, like if I had $1,500 to invest, I'd probably go out and buy 10 of these and grow them out. Because of all the plants that I bought, this Florida Beauty, I kind of tracked their prices, and the Florida Beauty has stayed more consistent in price. You can still get $100+ for your single cutting of a highly variegated leaf, and your non-variegated leaf like this, even though it's from a variegated mother, you could still get anywhere from 50 to 80 bucks. So the price is pretty consistent, and I kind of wish I would have bought more. Unfortunately, the gal that I bought this from, she didn't take care of her cuttings well. So the one she had, maybe 6. She sold. She had 7. I want to say she had 7. She sold 2, and then she sold 1 to me, and then the 4 that she had died. I mean, she didn't really care. Kind of like what I did, stuck them in some moss and a little cube, or a little propagation box, and they never made it. So I wish she would have sold it to me, or I wish I would have offered to buy it, for 50 or whatever at that time. This was the lowest I mean, like the lowest price one. I can't. Yeah, this had no variegation. The single leaf had no variegation. I took a chance. I read that Florida Beauties from a mother, if it's got a really good genetic, a non-variegated leaf will still variegate like this. I was really stoked with the first leaf that it had. It was like this. My second leaf was actually pretty nice too. I bumped it and I ended up cutting it off just because it was hanging. And this is the recent leaf and starting to mature a little bit. And and you're probably questioning me why it's in this pot. All the plants that I'm planning to keep is in these ugly pots. All the plants that I have a possibility of selling, I have them in a nicer pot. So when somebody says, hey, I'd like to buy your plants, at least it's presentable at the same time, at that time. But something like this, I'm planning to keep. I don't have intentions of selling this. If I do sell this, I'll grow this and then I'll propagate and sell the single leaves. And getting back to that, I really wish I would have bought more of this plant. It's I'm in the winter right now. I don't have a indoor grow tent or lighting system, so I don't want to risk doing that. But I do wish I would have bought maybe a couple more of these, to be honest. As far as for keeping one, I do like it. And then as far as getting your returns, the Florida Beauty is probably one of the highest returns in your investment. So if you are looking to kind of do what I do, make your returns on some of the plants that you do have, the Florida Beauty is one that I really recommend. The Florida Ghost, I don't so much because the top leaves, especially the white ones, don't propagate well. And when you propagate the green leaves, they just look like Florida green, and it's hard you have a hard time convincing the buyer that it's a Florida Ghost, and unless it's a mature, they really have to see you cutting it. And as far as the Florida green, this is you can get a Florida green from a Florida Beauty when it reversed, so I wouldn't even bother with the Florida green. So if you're gonna buy a Florida, be it green mint or green Ghost mint and variegated, or the Beauty, I go with the Beauty only because you have so versatility. It can you can probably get a Ghost leaf from Beauty, and you can get a mint leaf from Beauty, and you can also get a green from Beauty. So as far as being versatile, this is the more versatile. It's a good investment. My soil is super basic. I got your perlites, Leica, and cocoa. And so I fertilize. I'm gonna elaborate on my fertilize a little bit down the road. Right now, most of my stuff is still in another place. I just have my plants here. I don't have my kit or my stuff here. So it's been doing really well. This is pretty easy to take care of. I honestly do recommend this plant if you have a chance to buy it. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the comments. Well, there isn't really many, but again, this is a very nice leaf there, and that's the first leaf. My second leaf, it's right here. I cut it off because it wasn't doing well, and then I got a third leaf coming. And this, again, this was from there's no variegation at all in this leaf when I purchased it. So if you're questioning if a Florida Beauty non-variegated leaf will produce variegation, this is proof that it does. And you really have to get it from a very, very good genetic plant. So this thing is really nicely rooted. The last time I transplanted, it was rooted pretty well. So I'm stoked. It's gonna grow super fast. Well, so yeah, your non-variegated leaf Florida Beauty will produce variegation and nice color. So thank you again to all the new subscriber. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you everybody. It does encourage me to build myself, to improve myself. I am catching a lot of my mistakes, my speech, my descriptions and whatnot, but I'm learning myself as I progress, and it's good to kind of just see these videos in the future kind of thing. Thank you again. Bye.